Hello, hello. We're back. Had a short day yesterday, so no filming, no nothing. Just working out, trying to get back into the routine. But hey, we're alive. That's all that matters, right? We can get through another day. That's the joyous. Biggest thing that's going around in like the bodybuilding space and everything is motherfucking Urs Kalazinski did it. His switch to open was immaculate. See if this works. Whatever. It's not working. Some fucking things that didn't be fucked with apparently. Maybe. Yeah, it's not gonna work. You had to watch me play with things today. I don't know. I cleaned out my car and messed my setup, and I think I might have messed it up a little harder than I would like, so. Well, we're gonna have to deal with a shaky camera right now until I can fix my setup. It's kind of the biggest reason I don't think I wasn't in my truck yesterday. I was in my girlfriend's care because I had to go pick her up after the gym, so I didn't want to, deal with my truck because she likes her car. It's more spacious, so that's the bad thing about this thing is I think that works. Maybe it looks like it's not moving much, so we're not gonna break it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, so I cleaned it out because it was kind of getting dirty. So, and I decided to wash the hoodies that were in here that were being used as holders and stuff like that. So that's the biggest problem we're having is maybe. Well, we'll find out. Fix it. This is working out just fine, so that's okay for me. But yeah, Urs Kalazinski going to the open. I think it's just. I don't know his actual. I think it's no. It's Urs. Yeah, just Urs is going to the Open Olympia. That is crazy because he decided. I might have mixed up his name with someone else. Urs is going to the Open Olympia. He might reach top 10 this year in his first ever Open Olympia. I don't think people understand how crazy that is and how insane that is. So people have been talking about how Urs just had to have quit the Classic Olympia. Because he was qualified, and then he said he wasn't going. So that's the thing. He was saying he wasn't going to get, because he was 30 pounds too heavy. And he was at this point, I'm going to lose more muscle. Than is worth me. Meaning, all of the years we've seen him, because he gets really big in the offseason. He's 260, almost 270 in the offseason. Meaning, every time he'd get to the offseason, he looked like almost an open bodybuilder with a way better structure. Now, he is an open bodybuilder, and he's crazy looking. A lot of people are mad about it because they're like, well, if he can just jump from Classic to Open, what is the difference between Classic and Open? Is it the size requirement and stuff like that? No. It's the problem with the whole idea of what's classic and what isn't is what are you thinking is classic? What is classic to you? What is the classic bodybuilders you think of? Because a lot of people if you ask, like, who's classic to you, one person that comes up that is like the golden age of bodybuilding is Arnold. But if you ask anybody else besides Arnold, who would you think was like classic kicking out Arnold? A lot of people talk about Ronnie, Jay Cutler, Lee Priest, sometimes Mike. So, like Mike Menser, like stuff like that. That's the problem with classic, is you now are judging. You have to go with who is classic. Because when it first started, they were like, we're trying to go back to the golden age of bodybuilding. Well, the problem with that is the golden age did not have great legs. They had legs pretty dang similar to, what's his name? I think he's another German. He's either Austrian or German, I don't remember. But he's another classic physique guy that people were talking about. He needs to bring up his legs. The problem with, like, saying classic is Arnold and classic is, like, that era. Well, guess what? That era had Mr. Quadfather himself. So, what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name already. That's so my fault, though, for not remembering names so well. Like, you had the Quadfather. Lee Priest was technically part of that era. Mike Menser, the Hulk, the original actor for the Hulk. Ed Arnold. Like, you had all kinds of guys that had different physiques, and you can't base one category off of one guy, because then you're just going to get a lot of people who you're just looking for the person who can replicate Arnold's look, replicate his energy, his status on stage. And you can't, because it's not there. The person who came closest to replicating that feel on stage, that aura that Arnold had, was Chris Bumstead. And Chris Bumstead and Arnold's physiques are completely different. Arnold had great sweeping arms, small legs, a decently blocky waist, lats flared amazingly, chest was out of this world, back was a little underdeveloped. Like, they weren't... His chest was his best body part. His shoulders were not. Like, if you were looking for someone who was very similar to Arnold, you would have to have someone who doesn't have the great... Like, who had fairly decent shoulders, amazing arms, an amazing chest, decent legs, decent glutes, back was pretty good. Like, these are things you have to think about. And trying to make a whole class about that, you're going to find people who can't fit that, who are not able to fit that. But making it a broader term of having that X frame, like sweeping lats, sweeping quads, small waist, very good arms and shoulders. Like, standing there, you have to look like your shoulders to your waist. Your shoulder ratio is like 1.5 to 2, and your quads to waist ratio is a 1.5 to 2. So, like, you have... That is the problem. That is the criteria to be good in classic physique, is to have an amazing X frame. Not an amazing V taper, an amazing X frame. Arnold had a great V taper. His X frame was lacking. And for open bodybuilding, Want to know what also is required for you to be in open bodybuilding? An amazing X-frame. But better. Like, it's not just like your X-frame has to be an immaculate, like in classic physique, where your lats must be amazingly wide. You have to be wide from the front. You have to be, your quads have to mimic that same look from top to bottom. You have to be very symmetrical. You cannot have like an overwhelming body part in classic physique. Bodybuilding you can, but if you have an overwhelming body part, everything else has to be bigger. Like, let's say someone's arms are overwhelming. Well, that's okay. Arms look amazing on open bodybuilding. You have amazing arms on classic physique, and it takes away some of your size. Your arms aren't going to help you. But since open bodybuilding, you can be as heavy and as big as possible, an overwhelming body part does not halt you as much. It's a hard line, and I understand that people are trying to talk about changing it again. Because they upped the weight, they changed the weight classes. They upped it by 2 or 7 pounds extra. So they're trying their very best to make everything cohesive, make it look better and stuff like that. But if you're I'm just a fan, and my problem is listening to people who are retired talk about this. Yes, you are looking out for their health. You are also wanting to change all of this when it is going to be more difficult to change and lower the weight classes, because guess what? People are going to leave classic physique, and classic physique is one of the most popular bodybuilding I forgot the word. I'll forget it. It's fine. Whatever. It's one of the most popular bodybuilding parts right now. They are one of the most popular. 212 is not that popular right now. It was for a minute, because it was a new division came out. Cool. But classic physique is the most popular division right now. The reason for that is Chris Bumstead. And now we're seeing who in classic physique is going to be the next Chris Bumstead. The problem is the next Chris Bumstead is going to be not Chris. It's not going to be someone who has the same physique as Chris. Look at Mike. Mike Summerfield looks and feels like an open bodybuilder, and yet he is in classic. But his X-frame is immaculate. He fits in his weight class. That's fine. That is fine. He's in there. It's okay. So that means he is going to be good. But if you want to think about this logically, they are going to be a lot of different people. Ramon is, I like his physique so much, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I like his physique a lot, and yet he does not have the classic frame. His forearms are just immaculately big. Right now, he's put on a ton of size, yes. But has it changed the way his physique flows? For him, I think he needs to come back to the cutting board. I think he needs to go back to the drawing board and see what he needs to fully build up. Because, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a lot. His last actual post, this is the first time I've been this man can and might win classic physique. because he is just that immaculate right now. But I'm betting he'll move to open. The reason I'm betting he's going to move to open is because he's just going to get too big. For him to build up the body parts he needs to get bigger. And the problem with the weight class is he can't. Like, he weighs in like maybe a pound under half the time. If he does his prep correctly, though, I feel like he's going to hit his weight class. He's going to hit his weight limit. And I don't think he can get bigger. Well, have a good day. Have a good night. See you later. Okay. 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 We're about to find out how strong I'm feeling today. Pretty damn fucking strong. Damn. Okay. All right. What the fuck? Ah. Ugh.